Good time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ZSR and welcome to the Breath of the Wild 90% Tournament 2022. We made it to December. It's almost Christmas and I can't believe it. It started to snow outside yesterday. But hey, that's not our business because our business is Winners Bracket Round 4 and it's Roko with a XiaoXiaMi. Oh my... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's switch on to the action and let's switch to two people better at talking than me, to Newborn and Salted, and to the legendary The Consultant. Take it away.
How we doing this morning, Consultant?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to a good best of three between these two very good players. Yeah, so this is what the winners semifinals, right?
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, and it's the 2 seed versus the 19 seed. Wow, Roko really has beaten some tough opponents to get to this point, hasn't he?
He has for sure, but I also feel like that seed that he got is not reflective of how good of a runner he really is. He must have had some difficult qualifiers because his any percent PB, I don't know it off the top of my head. I could pull it up here really quick, I guess, but
25,
he's definitely
34, I believe.
There you go. I know Xiao has a 24 or something. So Xiao definitely has a better PB, but Roko has been around this game for a long time and is a really, really good runner and better than the 19 seed would lead you to believe, I think. So should be a really good race.
Yeah. And with that, we're off to the races.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do we know, Consultant? I got in here a little bit late, so I don't know if this is amiibo or non-amiibo.
I actually do not know as well. Let me check in the Discord because that's probably where they discussed it.
I feel like Xiao usually prefers no amiibo, and I think if one of the two runners requests no amiibo, that's what they do. But I could be wrong about that.
And
Yeah. So while we're waiting on this opening cutscene here, both of these runners have had really smooth paths to this point. Again, this is the winners bracket semifinals, so they've both won all of their matches and made it easy on themselves. Xiao had a first round bye because he was the second overall seed in the tournament, and then in round 2 beat Crazy AZ, and then defeated Noman in a pretty tight 2-1 match in the quarterfinals, and then Roko, as the 19 seed, did not get his first round bye, obviously, but took down Storewide Boss in the opening round, upset Woolhike Song in round 2, and then took down CBF 2-0 in the quarterfinal matchup. So, two runners who've had a lot of success so far in this tournament.
yeah, and it looks like they're going for no amiibo, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of what I suspected, but thank you for checking on that and confirming.
Yep. It's interesting. Roko said in the chat that he prefers amiibo actually, but he's not that proficient at the no amiibo BOSS. But he says he should just get good. So let's do no amiibo.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like the amiibo is definitely faster, but it leads to a little bit more RNG opportunity. Whereas the amiibo route definitely has more consistency because it cuts out that amiibo RNG, but it's definitely a touch slower because it adds that extra stop for the Razor Shrooms.
Ooh.
Oh no, Roko.
Taking a tumble. It's okay though.
That's not the way you want to start out, but at least he grabbed all of his weapons and things like that beforehand. He was fortunate to be able to grab onto the wall and get back up without drowning in the water.
Yeah, I wonder where he would have spawned if he drowned.
I think it just puts you back up at the top, but then you're short a heart, and the void takes a little while. So Definitely something you want to avoid.
Depending on how that wind bomb goes, you can definitely take a lot of damage. So.
Oh, it looks like he did miss the Boko spear. I must have misspoken. I wonder if he's going to try to headshot this Boko and get his club. Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's gonna do. Interesting. I've seen people do this before. It's a little tricky with the boulder launch, but you can do it. I wonder if it was Roko that was the one I was watching who did that. Not sure.
I was going to say, yeah, I feel like that did happen to him in one of the earlier races.
Yeah.
And you have to have that weapon to be able to execute the fall damage cancel here. That's why it's needed. The timing for the fall damage cancel is even tighter with the one-handed weapon than it is with the spear. Having a little bit of trouble with clip into the bomb shrine. Yeah, ADN. It was Roko before. Thanks for confirming. I was thinking that was the case. Boulder launch will be a little bit tricky. We'll see. He could opt to grab the hammer, for example, in stasis, but that would be slow because not only do you get the hammer text box then, but you also are not able to wind bomb all the way to the end of the shrine. So Xiao going to go for gamer wind bomb here. Let's see how he does. It's going to wind up a little bit short on that. Backup food comes in clutch there, and is just going to have to resort to the using the bomb to blow up the big blocks there. Oh.
Roko also missing. I feel like, what do you think the percentage of gamers is like total for runners? What do you think?
Oh,
I guess
man.
It varies by day, because I've seen days where like player 5 has hit like 60% of them. But
oh, for sure. It varies by day and it varies by runner too. Like a runner like player 5 is much more consistent with it than most. But I feel like any top level runner is going to hit it, somewhere probably between a third to half the time. Maybe I'm just pulling that number out of my butt though, so I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we keep track and literally count the number of gamers. Someone should literally go back to all the VODs of this tournament and literally just see how many gamers were hit and how many gamers weren't.
Yeah, right. I'm sure there's some runners who've kept track of that for themselves, but I'm not not aware of anybody having done that for tournament-wide statistics or something like that. That'd be cool, though.
Yeah.
So we do see Xiao with a little bit of a lead here, exiting the bomb shrine. They're going to BLSS over towards Magnesis. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to disappear that lead really quickly because now he's got to run.
You used to do that, but was told to stop keeping the stats at the tourney. That's interesting. I mean, maybe runners wouldn't like it, but I feel like it'd be kind of akin to like like a basketball stat of like, how many shots did you make or something, right?
Right.
But
Roko had a really good opportunity to make up some time, and it looks like he still will probably, but had a weird step up off the piece of broken wall, and it shot him in the wrong direction. He had to drop it really quickly, otherwise he was going to go off of plateau and void out.
And with that, Roko is like kind of ahead at this point, or if he gets this elevator clip, he's ahead.
Yeah, a little
barely.
bit.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, slight lead now for Roko, but very, very close, and still a lot of race left. And just in case folks didn't know, this is a best of 3 match. So after round 1, we'll take a short break, and then if the same runner wins round 2, then that's the end, and they've won the match. And if not, if the other runner wins, then we get to go to the tie-breaking match, which will be exciting.
Yeah, and I hope we get like an exciting set of matches here. I hope we see that they're pretty close. They're close so far for sure. I believe both of them go for 3 ancient arrows, so we should see some similarity in terms of the time saved there. Yeah.
Here, though, we see Canal Wind Bomb coming into play, and with Xiao nailing that trick successfully, Roko opting to run, that flips the lead back into Xiao's favor here, even if just ever so slightly.
Yeah, I would say it's about 3 seconds now, which is like definitely not insurmountable for Roko.
Oh, not at all. We've seen so many crazy things happen in this tournament so far. But Xiao's Canal Wind Bomb was really, really clean there. Had the perfect landing spot up there at the top to avoid taking fall damage. And definitely a good choice for him, it looks like.
Yeah. Gosh, I would never do Canal in a race. I've hit it, and I can at times I've been able to hit it like kind of decently consistently, but never in a race for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a top level, advanced, difficult strat, and it obviously saves time, but doesn't save a ton of time.
No, I think 7 seconds is the amount.
Yeah. A lot of runners feel it's not worth the risk in this race context. See if these guys can pull off this tree wind bomb. Xiao getting it successfully. And Roko as well, very nice.
That's good to see. I really get sad when I see runners fail the tree wind bomb.
It feels bad for sure.
Yeah, because like that can definitely be like a really like rage-inducing point in the run.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your circle placement is just like a little bit off, then you just barely don't make it over.
Yeah, you really got to get the max height available there. And I was curious to see Roko rotating the camera to the side. I presume to look at how his bombs were aligned and make sure to get the detonation timing proper. I haven't seen a whole lot of runners do that. I think most runners use the stamina wheel as the cue.
Well, a lot of runners actually point the camera up to reduce lag, and so they might use the sound of the bullet time to use it as a cue. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, both runners getting very nice stasis shrine wind bombs all the way to the end there, bouncing off the monk cage and getting good ragdoll. So now the question becomes, how does that boulder launch go for Roko with that Boko club?
Yeah.
The standard routing has a spear which has slightly more durability, and so I don't know how many hits the Boko club can take before it breaks.
I think he should be fine. It seems like he's fairly experienced in doing this, as ADM mentioned.
Yeah, in a race setting even.
Yeah.
It's definitely slower to you can't get as many. Oh no!
Oh gosh!
I was gonna say you can't get as many attacks in as quickly, and it looked like that might have come back to bite him there. He's having to rush and didn't quite get it charged up enough, or the angle wasn't right, or something. Hope it goes better for him second time around. There we go.
Oh, interesting. He went higher, so he did a bit of a fall damage cancel, maybe, or no? Maybe that wasn't a fall damage cancel. I don't know.
No, that's exactly what he was doing. Yeah, he would have taken fall damage from that height. So he opted to fall damage cancel, but because the Boko club was badly damaged when he threw it, which I don't think was intentional, the club breaks. And so now he's going to
So
have
what
to
is he
improvise
gonna?
again.
Oh
He's
God, he needs another one for the paraglider
right.
DLSS, right?
Yes, you do.
So
So
maybe
really,
he's
well,
in
he
a
stopped
tricky
and grabbed the
spot.
Boko club there.
Did he? I saw the
Mhm.
Boko grab it actually.
Oh, he didn't get it. Okay. So the
Yeah.
other thing he can do here is there is a spear in the Cryonis shrine.
Oh, I didn't know
Actually,
that. Really?
yeah, you have to go kind of all the way through it. It's definitely going to cost him some time. Um,
Mm.
but that's probably the only thing that he can do at this point, unfortunately. There's I think, a traveler spear in a chest around the other side where the guardian is hanging out. So Xiao
He's
at this point has a pretty good lead here, heading into the closing part of the plateau section, and should be able to kind of play it safe if he wants to, heading into the back half of the run.
Yeah, I don't know how he would play it safe specifically because he still goes for 3 ancient arrows. So,
Probably so.
yeah, I,
And we don't
I,
even know if he's watching the restream and knows where he's at
right.
relative to Roko. So interesting. Okay, not going to go through and grab the sorry, the spear. I wonder what his plan is.
Yeah, he's gonna lose like a lot of health in the cold. Um, I'm assuming, right? If he tries to get the club from the Boko camp below the shrine.
Sure. Yeah, and he does have, I think, still some peppers left from the peppers that he grabbed at the beginning.
Yeah, and I guess he can
There,
grab the steak. Yeah.
right. That's what I was going to say. There's some steak down there, and he'll have an opportunity to grab more backup food at the razor shroom spot if he wants to.
So
So let's.
roughly 15:45 paraglider tournament time, I would say. Ooh, does he know another location for a spear?
I don't know. Looks like
Oh,
maybe.
I see. He's going.
Mhm.
He's BLSSing from a lower spot so that he doesn't have to fall damage cancel. That's
It looks
smart.
like that's the case. Yeah, that's interesting. I've not seen this strat before. I wonder if this is something that he is making up on the fly, or if he has some experience with this. Right through the arch there. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Actually, can't say it loses that much time.
Yeah, obviously not ideal, but holy smokes, that actually, I would never have thought to go down lower like that. That's really interesting. So Xiao is here, going to pick up 4 razor shrooms from around these trees, and that will be the basis for his attack up food. Going to get some choo-choo spawns here, which can complicate things a little bit, but looks like he has a pretty good means of avoiding targeting them. And yeah, really fast razor shroom gathering despite those choo-choos spawning. Those can cause some problems for sure.
Yeah, so I would say Roko is about a minute and like 10 seconds roughly behind Xiao. Because his paraglider was roughly 16:55, 59, something around there. Whereas Xiao's was like 15:45.
Yeah, for as many things as went wrong in Plateau, that's actually really a pretty decent plateau time.
Yeah, I mean,
You're talking.
it's about, so my best plateau time is like a 15:55. And so, subtracting a minute 7 from his plateau time, he got like around a 15:48, which is 7
Right.
seconds better. So just goes to show these are very high level runners.
Yeah, definitely. So Xiao getting unloaded gate and is now in the weapons collecting, resource collecting phase of preparing for the boss rush. Has already grabbed a Royal Claymore and a Royal Guards Claymore. Going to get some Ancient Arrows here and grab a couple more weapons and cook his food before heading up to Sanctum to begin the boss rush. Grabbing an apple there, I wonder if that was intentional or if that was just a missed input there. Oh, he's adding it to his attack.
Apple. Okay. Does that increase the duration?
It does. It doesn't increase it a lot, but maybe like, I want to say like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. I know in the old route, they used to grab, when we used to go to Dining Hall, a lot of runners would grab rock salt or an acorn. Because those are bigger duration increases, but the apple does increase it some.
Gosh, beautiful wind bombs from Xiao.
Yeah, and Roko, unfortunately, having his gate load on him and getting in with that ESC, but that's just another thing that's going to put him behind a little bit.
Yeah.
Really pretty unfortunate there. At this point, it looks like it's going to take a pretty major mistake from Xiao to give Roko the opportunity to make up the kind of ground that he needs to. But Xiao is on great pace here. Just absolutely gaming today.
I wish we could see their splits to see how far behind they were. It'd be a great addition, but yeah, I guess we can see what time he gets after he finishes blights, and then we can compare. Ooh, he fails.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a little opportunity for Roko here. Having to reload that and do the wind bomb again is going to cost him somewhere in the range of 30 to 40 seconds, I would guess. Oh, he must have safety saved, because usually the autosave puts you way back at the Moblin by Zelda study.
I think sometimes the autosave puts you there, so just depends.
Autosaves in this game are such a crapshoot, it seems.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering here, looking at how Roko just clipped out of bounds and how Xiao did it a little bit earlier, it's the same mechanic that's operating in the Shrine of Resurrection clip, where there's runners are using the scope to force Link's collision through a kind of a thin point in the wall. Right, Xiao must have gotten Wind Blight skip second try, because I see he's on to Water Blight phase 2 here. So back on track for him, it seems. Roko opting to go with the older Sanctum Wind Bomb setup, which, being an older runner, I'm sure he's probably more comfortable with.
Yeah, it can't lose that much time to the new Sanctum Wind Bomb setup. It's got to be like a couple of seconds at most, right?
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen an official timing on it, but my impulse is that it's pretty similar, yeah. Just a little bit farther to run, I think, for the old Wind Bomb. And Roko nailing Wind Bite Slip first try, so the difference between them, though, is it's going to take something to go pretty sideways in Xiao's boss fights for Roko to be able to catch up. It's a decent chunk behind now, unfortunately, because of these issues on Plateau and the loaded gate. Oh no. Xiao getting really unlucky there. The Thunderblight immediate attack almost never happens. It's very, very rare. But he handled that really, really well.
Yeah, I almost never handle it that well. Ooh. I would have shot the arrow there. Oh yeah, this is... I wonder if he's gonna get the shield. So when Thunderblight falls down in the second phase, when he gets back up, he respawns his shield. I wonder if he's gonna respawn his shield.
Yeah, we'll see. I think usually if he's ends first phase up in the air, then you're good to go, but I don't know that for sure either.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
You're right, he did.
My intuition was correct, yeah.
And this is really scary. Wow, Xiao seems to know exactly what to do in this circumstance, though. Stays really, really calm under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shotback Boy, if you throw the boomerang and hit the shield while he's in air, it'll break the shield in one hit, or you can hit it, I think, twice with a two-handed weapon on the ground, or 3 or 4 times with a one-handed weapon, and it'll break. Alright, Xiao beginning his Calamity fight. Getting some nice bomb arrow headshots in there while he grabs the Claymore, and now hoping for a laser. Oh no. Oh, what? We had 2 deaths there at almost the exact same time, and that pretty much resets the race.
Well, depending on where Roko spawns, whether he spawns from the wind bomb spot.
Yeah, we know that Xiao will respawn back in Sanctum. But even so, that tightens things up considerably. Yeah, Roko going to have to re-wind bomb back to Sanctum. So that still leaves him a little bit trailing. But it's much, much tighter now. Xiao looks like just missed the Calamity parry. I didn't see exactly what happened to Roko.
He missed the parry. I didn't see what happened to Roko either. Yeah. Hard to pay attention to 2 runs at the same time.
Right. I know we saw the game over text that suggested that he was died by getting shocked, so it must have been Thunderblight swiping at him with his shield or with his electrified sword or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, SinH4 pointing out in chat that Roko might really suffer from the loss of attack food time.
Yeah, so Roko didn't get an apple, or I think an extra razor shroom from the crate, so he had a 320 attack timer.
So he actually did grab that extra razor shroom, but he ate it. I assume intentionally, in order to get the wind bomb that he needed. But he should still be okay as long as the boss fight goes according to plan. But not a lot of margin for error if things go off script at all.
Right. It always amazes me how tight these runners play in races. I get the Fang every time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, for sure. But these guys definitely have a sense of exactly how much time they need, and are willing to take the risk usually to go optimal over safe.
Yeah.
All right, Xiao getting fast phase 2 Fireblight. Getting the 1 cycle there, nice job. And that Phase 1 Thunderblight looks pretty clean, so should be no shenanigans in Phase 2 of Thunderblight for Xiao. See if Roko can get Phase 1, or first phase. No, he doesn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit forward, I think, so he didn't hit the arm. Yeah.
Doesn't lose a ton of time, but Roko's in a position where he needs to be making up time as opposed to losing it.
Yeah. I think it loses around 10 seconds if you don't get the 1 cycle in Phase 2 Fireblight.
Yeah, however much time it takes Fireblade to kind of teleport around and respawn back in. Alright, let's hope for a cleaner Calamity fight from Xiao, getting the opening Flurry Rush with that vertical slash attack.
Amazes me how many... Oh, gosh.
The exact same thing, my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny sometimes the parries with Calamity Ganon. I feel like sometimes you got the muscle memory for it, and then sometimes it just like completely goes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially also, I feel like if... I know that when I miss a trick the first time, I kind of get in my head and overthink it a little bit and tighten up when I try it again. So I wonder if that's what Xiao is dealing with at all.
Who again the Épée Royale and all the extra equipment.
Yeah, you got the shield and, like you said, that extra sword. I wonder if he meant for all of... He probably is planning in the event of running out of attack timer, I guess. Making sure he has the extra weapons. In this position, he's got the time to be able to deal with a little bit of a longer boss rush, but you can see he's down to about 30 seconds on his attack food timer. That will not get him through Phase 2.
Well, pretty clean Phase 1, though, from him. But
yeah. It's really nice. But, yeah, and this getting a melee attack is going to waste a little bit more time. And now the name of the game is get as many hits in while the attack food is still on the screen.
So can you even stun lock with without the attack food?
I'm pretty sure you can. I don't think attack food going out affects the stun lock. But what is going to happen is he doesn't have a backup two-handed weapon, and so when that second claymore breaks, then he has to resort to parries and flurry rushes and things like that. So we'll see how far this claymore takes him.
It's very smart of him to grab the royal broadsword.
Yes, for sure. And so you can see Calamity is going wall, and he's gonna have to parry some attack, hoping for an attack that's not too difficult to parry.
Yeah, not the laser. Ooh, the laser. Ooh, gosh. Doesn't have any food.
Yeah. Got the second one, though. So he'll get into, again, a lot of as many attacks here as he can, but you can see the health bar is just really slow to go down. Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord, I thought, yeah.
That's terrifying. I can't believe he stood in there. He must be really confident in his ability to parry that body slam. That's crazy.
Yeah, so Roko having really like the really good backup play, and honestly, Zhao just missing his parries that's literally all that cost him this, which is unfortunate. Yeah, again, like I was saying, sometimes, parries, muscle memory just doesn't work as well as you would want it to. So maybe during the break he practices his Calamity a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he changes his approach at all. I noticed that he was really, like, he was trying to get in as many bomb arrow headshots, even while the laser was charging, was still going for those bomb arrows. And I wonder if he maybe gives himself a little bit more time to prep for the parry when we head into round 2 of this match here.
Yeah, because it's definitely easier to do the parry when you're closer. The timing's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
There we
Nails
go.
that parry.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate. It seems to happen that way, where when the pressure is on, it's really much easier to fail the trick, but when the pressure is off, then it goes perfectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
This flurry rush should finish off. Oh, he just needed one hit. Wow. So hopefully that rights the ship for Xiao. It looks like it's too late here for round 1. Roko's got it pretty well in hand. But having a good finish to this Calamity fight could do good things for Xiao's mentality going into round 2, perhaps. It just illustrates how much back and forth there can be in these tournament races.
Yeah, and I wonder what adjustments the players are going to make in the next round. Maybe Roko grabbing the Hylian shrooms as backup food or something. I'd like to see a slightly better plateau from Roko next round. I think he's definitely capable of that.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Zhao played like pretty much perfectly. It just was like the laser parry for.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have a little trouble with Thunderblight, but like, I mean, that happens. It's a race setting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. GG's Roko. The time there, not all that impressive, but considering all the adversity that he dealt with on Plateau, and then Loaded Gate, and then death in the boss rush, he's got to feel pretty fortunate to come away with a win here in round 1.
Mm.
Yeah, Xiao had a other than dropping the BLSS to Magnesis, Plateau is really, really clean. And then, like you said, just those couple of mistakes in the boss rush, but those, unfortunately, were really costly mistakes.
Mm.
So it looks like he's going to finish this out here, and then generally we've been taking a quick break, let the runners kind of get reset for round 2, and it's back to the drawing board. We do the whole thing again.
So just quickly, I reached out and asked if we want to take a quick break or not, or if we want to go instantly. Roko is fine with no break, but of course we have to wait for XiaoXiaMi to respond after they have finished. And if they want a break, of course we're going to take one.
For sure.
Okay.
Thanks for the update. Yeah, not a whole lot to see here. If you've been around Breath of the Wild speedruns, you know this Dark Beast Ganon fight is pretty much a snooze fest. Not a whole lot you can do to save or lose a ton of time here. Usually.
Well, I definitely have missed a lot of shots, so I lose a lot of time. But you know,
feels like a lot of time. Even those missed shots, I feel like, you know, you're going from maybe a 2-minute 30, 2-minute 40-second Dark Beast split to maybe 3 minutes, usually at most. But definitely frustrating to miss those shots, though. The hitboxes on the side light points are so weird.
Yeah, I wish this was like Ocarina of Time and we had like a practice ROM with like collision hitboxes for things. That'd be really useful.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be an interesting resource to have. GG's, Xiao.
All right,
so Roko Oh, go
We're
ahead.
gonna restart instantly. So
Okay.
let's actually set up everything and then get going right away. Because that's what we do here. So you're gonna lose your feed for a little while. It's not gonna be for long. Alright. So you should have your feedback, I hope. If
Yeah,
not,
let me
just
refresh it.
Yeah,
if not, just
I
give it a quick
refreshed it.
refresh.
Yeah.
And Stream already has it.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much for the restream, by the way.
Hey, sure.
All right, and so we will be right back to it with some gaming here. So just as a reminder, if Roko takes round 2, that's the end of the match, and he advances to the winners bracket finals. And if Xiao wins, then we go to a third tie-breaking race in this match. The winner of this match will play the winner of Player 5 and Koroks, who I believe are racing tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, they're racing
That will,
tomorrow at 6 o'clock EST.
okay. That'll, of course, be a pretty incredible race between the 1 and the 4 seed. But if you look at the leaderboards, it's those two who are right at the top, number 1 and number 2. So whoever wins this match will definitely have their hands full in the next match, whatever that ends up being. There'll be a little bit of a time delay, I think, because the losers bracket has to progress a bit further. And then whoever loses this match will match up against, again, another really tough set of opponents. The winner of Woolhike Song and Cuse, who are also, I mean, there's no mediocre runners left. These are all really, really good runners. So no easy matches from here on out.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun to see what matches end up happening in the future. Who ends up facing Huiwen Gigi? I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Lumina is going up against Hui Wen.
Well, it looks like.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm looking at the old, or I wasn't reading that correctly. Loser of number 51. So whoever loses the Koroks Player 5 matchup from tomorrow.
I see.
And KitKat23, the world record holder in any percent right now, is Player 5. That time is a 23:53. He's to this point the only person to ever get a sub 24-minute time. But if there's anybody who can beat him in a race format, Koroks definitely has a pretty good chance. As good a chance as anybody. Koroks is also really consistent and, like I said, has number 2 PB on the leaderboards. So
yeah, I know Korok's got like a 24 in a race. Did Player 5 ever get a 24 in one of the races this time around, this tournament?
I don't know. I've not seen all of the races, so I know he's had some pretty impressive race performances, but I don't know about specifically 24. That's a crazy race time.
Yeah. And Roko
Right.
gained the spear this time.
Yeah, I was going to say things going much more smoothly. Both runners grabbing backup food and successfully getting their pot lid and their Boko spear. So Roko should be able to go a much more conventional plateau routing and plateau movement here. The only really crazy nuts low time like that was Koroks. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Roko having a little bit of trouble getting skew.
Yeah, it looked like he bonked the shield and then bonked the shield again. Oh no. Okay,
There
there
we
we go.
go. Yeah, losing some time though.
Sometimes when that window clip fails, it can be really hard to get it again after that. I don't know if that's a skew issue, or I know that we saw him pause a little bit between attempts, and I believe the reason for that is if you shield jump again immediately after having just shield jumped, something about the animation is a little bit different, and it causes the clip to fail. So that's probably why he hesitated for a couple seconds before shield jumping again, and you can see that he was able to get it that second try. So you worry a little bit maybe about his shield durability, but with the durability cancel technique, should be able to compensate for that without too much difficulty.
Yeah. And once you kind of get past Magnesis, shield durability is definitely less of an issue. So
True. Yeah, because I guess on the snow for the Cryo ESC, that doesn't take durability anyways, right?
right. Yep. I thought it did, and then Korax corrected me in one of my commentaries.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh,
That looks
Roko getting
good.
gamer. Yeah, so
Very
saving some time over Xiao, who didn't quite get to the monk.
It's the first successful gamer win bomb we've seen either in this race or the previous one, so nice
Yeah.
job to Roko. All right, and Xiao will hope for a little bit of a cleaner BLSS over to Magnesis and avoid having to run the marathon all the way over there this time.
So just calculating, I think, yeah, Roko is about 15 seconds behind Xiao, which again is not insurmountable. So Zhao's going to gain maybe 7 seconds if he gets Canal first try. So bear that in mind.
Yeah, and I assume that we'll see Roko going the safe route and running through, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Roko, if he thought he was like super far behind, maybe he would be going for Canal, but he's not super far behind. So, ooh. So Zhao going with square bomb because he dropped circle bomb. Not the end of the world. Oh yeah, Roko getting slightly cleaner BOSS, so maybe saving some time. Having some world loads. Yeah, overall, much cleaner plateau so far from Roko. So it's good to see. And Zhao, looking for him to hit that canal first try. Ooh, and he gets it first try. Very good. Very good stuff from Zhao. So around 8-11 Magnesis split from Roka or from Zhao. So yeah, There's this ZSR restreamer called Star who knows Chinese who would probably be correcting me. I think it's Xiao. And around a 8:30 split for Roko. So around 20 seconds behind for Roko. Welcome back, Newborn.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, internet maybe, I don't know. Now we see this BOSS under the bridge. It can be pretty tough because if you bonk into anything, you lose a lot of speed. But Xiao putting on a show. Just as I say that, he drops the BOSS, but he still has the weird state where you have the bomb in your hand. So he starts it once again off of a rock step up. Doesn't lose much time.
You cursed him. Nice job.
Yeah, nice. I'm always cursing people.
Did so I was out for the Magnesis section. Did anything interesting happen there?
No, just like clean play generally from both of them. I mean, like Xiao messed up the BLSS a little bit, like made a little bit of a detour to the right, but not much else really happened other than like clean play. So
Nice. That's what you like to see.
yep.
And it looks like we're still, yeah, really pretty tight together here. Xiao with a slight lead over Roko. But it was this part, it was after the split last run where Xiao pulled ahead because of the boulder launch issues and then losing the spear, or losing the Bogo Club on Roko's part. So Roko's going to, of course, hope that the cryo and glider segments go a bit more smoothly.
Yeah, with the Boko Spear, he should have no trouble, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Should be
you'd
a
think.
lot easier. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, with
Xiao
that,
having a really unfortunate ragdoll just kind of bounced off instead of dropping down. And Roko getting a really lucky ragdoll cancel there, so that's going to flip positions here and give Roko a decent little lead heading out of the stasis shrine.
yeah, and with that, the lead flips. Crazy.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate because that's nothing that Xiao did wrong at all. It just was an unlucky, sometimes you just bounce off of the monk cage like that and void out. He didn't have enough, apparently didn't have backup food to attempt the wind bomb again, and so had to resort to running.
Yeah, Ragdoll's one of those RNG things that just like doesn't make much sense sometimes and can be a little bit unfortunate. That's why you get the backup food or you reset in case of actual attempts for these players.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Xiao gonna probably gain a little bit of time back. Roko took a couple of tries to get the step up off that tree stump, which can be a little bit funky sometimes. And second try ESC, not too bad.
It's good to see Roko really get a much cleaner plateau so far. Don't want to jinx it.
Right.
Definitely giving himself much more of a chance in this race than last race where it clearly took a calamity fail from Xiao in order for Roko to gain back the lead. 2 calamity fails, really.
Right. Yeah, you never want to rely on that because it does happen, obviously, but you never want to count on your runner making a big, or your opponent making a big mistake like that.
See if they get the wind bomb here. This is probably the easiest wind bomb. Yeah, since they both do gamer win bomb, this is just like a normal front hop. But it's crazy how like runners manage to do the bomb timings just right to get just next to the monk. It's like
Right.
a lot of the time you can end up like above the monk, which is totally fine, but it loses like maybe a couple seconds. So
Right. Yeah, I've not figured out that timing combination that gives you that consistent ricochet off towards the monk. It must be an early circle combined with maybe a little bit of a delayed bullet time. That's what it looks like to me.
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, again, like I maybe if we asked in the Discord, they could tell us specifically how to do it, but depending on, your level, it's not always the most important thing to gain that like 1 or 2 seconds. So
Right. Yeah, it's like you said, it's absolutely no problem to land up top and just have to hop down. What's important is getting the wind bomb first try. With ragdoll, it can be a little bit challenging because a weaker launch is not going to break through the ragdoll interaction. Let's see if Xiao gets this really good step up, and he does.
has anyone
Uses that.
done master mode any percent? Not in this tournament, since this is an any percent tournament, normal any percent tournament. But yeah, player 5 recently got a sub 25 master mode any percent. So
Just a couple days ago, I think, right?
yeah,
Crazy, crazy.
yeah.
Rocco scared me there a little bit. He was hopping around the holes in the roof of Temple of Time, and I was worried that he was going to drop through there, but manages to get in there, and now you can see they're very, very close. Xiao picked up a little bit of time in the paraglider segment with that good step up. And they're, what, maybe 5 seconds at most apart here?
It's interesting looking at this BOSS spot. I've only seen Xiao do this BOSS spot. Maybe
Yeah, that's
Win doesn't. Yeah.
interesting, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do that either. Oh no. Xiao dropping the BLSS there right by Coliseum, and rather than reloading, looks like is going to try to get find some place up here to get a step up to continue. You would think it wouldn't be too hard to find a step up spot here, but
Wow.
right, improvise it pretty nicely there.
Look at that game knowledge to know that you could step up on one of those things on the Coliseum or the walls, the broken walls.
Yeah,
And,
once you've BLSS'd enough, you kind of get a sense for what kinds of surfaces will allow you that step up. A ledge like that. Oh my goodness. Wonder what's going on with Xiao's dropping that BLSS. Certainly not usual for him.
doing a improvised wind bomb.
Yeah, fortunately, I was going to say close enough that he's able to wind bomb most of the rest of the way to where the razor shrooms are, but certainly not according to plan, unfortunately.
I'm gonna grab a couple of extra shrooms. Because of his lower health as a result of that wind bomb.
The Roko's rocking the Korok leaf that he picked up by accident during the BLSS step up off the tree, or the initiating the BLS state, I guess. Korok leaf dropped, and he couldn't avoid picking it up. And actually, picking up the Korok leaf is even more annoying than most accidental pickups because you can't throw it. You have to enter the menu and drop it manually.
Let's hope for no load gate. So Roko didn't get a load gate. Sorry, I was a little away for a bit. Girlfriend
Oh,
call.
you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, Roko's gate did not load, and Xiao's did not either.
Yeah, this is a little awkward for Xiao.
Wisely choosing to kind of wait until the textures load in there.
Yeah.
He landed in kind of a weird spot. I noticed that Roko did just grab an acorn, which presumably he'll cook together with his razor shrooms to get a little bit of an extended time on his attack up. Learning his lesson from last time, I guess. Yeah, he gets a 410 duration, so that's pretty good.
Is that random? How much time it adds?
No, each ingredient has a defined amount of time it adds, but you can also get a crit, which can improve the duration as well. But I think 410 is the normal with the acorn. I could be mistaken about that.
Interesting. Yeah, because I guess the apple added less when we were watching Xiao.
Yeah. Oh, that wind bomb is too low. What are we going to do here?
It seems like he kind of has an idea of what he's...
Okay, heading back, but here he's going to have to eat his food, so it's really a good thing that he got that extended attack up. Because he's going to have to eat that now.
Damn. Really good improv from Roko. Like, knowing that you could wind bomb to the other side. And just...
But you can see here that he and Xiao are in basically the exact same spot right now. So that kind of the mistakes from the runners canceling each other out. And we should head into the boss rush basically neck and neck.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, and that illustrates pretty well the very, very minor difference between those two wind bomb spots. I mean, they were basically neck and neck heading out of Zelda Study, and Xiao wind bombed maybe 2 seconds before Roko did. Roko got his shot off a little bit earlier, even though he entered Sanctum behind. Did you see whether Xiao safety saved?
I didn't, but I'm assuming he did, because he probably did last time, so...
Either way, both runners getting
They're like within 1 second. You don't see that often.
Now this is wild. It's really going to come down to execution here.
Yeah, I mean, Roko has 20 seconds left on his attack timer, but it's a lot better than last time when he had like around 240 on his attack timer going into fights.
Right, yeah, this should give him enough. I think I said that last time and I was 100% wrong, but over 3 minutes into the water blight fight, you'd think that would be enough.
Ooh, and Roko getting left side water blight teleport. Unfortunate. So gonna lose a little bit of time.
Yeah, still absolutely neck and neck here within a second or so of each other. The one cycle second phase Fire Blight could be big here if one of them is able to get it and the other is not.
We saw both of them like struggle with Thunder Blight the first time around, so that could be big as well.
True. And then obviously the Calamity fight is the great equalizer. Very nice from Roko. And Xiao getting it as well. So really keeping things tight here. That's what we like to see. Makes for an exciting race.
Wow,
Perfectly
yeah.
executed Thunderblight phase 1 from both runners. Yeah, both looking really good. They both should get the ideal pattern here from phase 2, given how cleanly their phase 1s went. Yeah, wow. So we are neck and neck going into the Calamity fight, and so much is going to come down to how well these runners execute the Calamity strats, how good they are at getting these headshots. Both even getting the same attack pattern from Calamity, that vertical fire sword slash.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a little hard for me to discern whether they get headshots. Roko missing some headshots.
I was going to say, most of these runners are going to get those headshots more often than not. Wow. Perfect parries from both of them, and it's like watching the same feed almost. They're getting the exact same motion from Calamity, similar laser timing. And Roko having to go for a second parry must have been as a result of missing some of those headshots.
Xiao had to go for one as well. Both of them not getting instant laser.
All right, they're both getting a melee attack followed by a laser. This is crazy. I'm not sure I've ever seen a race like this where they're so in sync.
Ooh, and Roko failing the first parry. That could be the difference.
That could be. Wow. Really quick backup with running to grab that backup shield, but by this point Xiao is into his stun lock and definitely has a significant edge.
Of duality. Or he lost that, actually.
Well played, well played. And yeah, it looks like this should be the last spin attack for Xiao. And yeah, gonna go on to Dark Beast with a 10-ish second lead. Around 10 seconds, maybe a little bit less.
I have not seen a match this close going into Dark Beast. Usually there's like something that puts one of the runners behind.
This is wild. Xiao ditching the claymore and breaking the pot lid just for show, I suppose. Yeah, you feel like you should be able to count on a great runner like Xiao to execute Dark Beast in a way that doesn't let him lose that 7-ish second lead, 8-second lead. But this is about as close as it gets. Like, if you wanted a race, this is a close race. And should lead us to our tie-breaking Game 3 here, hopefully. Seeing a very, very slight difference in strategy with Xiao opting to leap off the horse and use bullet time to get those shots, whereas Roko staying on the horse and not using bullet time. I don't know what kind of difference that makes.
Yeah, is one of those faster? I don't know.
I have no idea. I would think that, I mean, bullet time slows down the in-game timer. So I know that, like, well, like, this is kind of a silly example, but in the absurd all cast quests category where you have to wait on the Blood Moon timer because you have to get the Blood Moon to trigger naturally, the big strat is avoid going into bullet time at all costs because that slows down the in-game timer. So an ADN, yeah, that's what I would assume. less chance of missing a shot, but slightly slower. And you can see here, yeah, I mean, even with Roko going without bullet time, it's not making much of a difference because Xiao is on to his last shot. And GG.
Yeah, GG for Xiao.
$28.38, so mid 27 in leaderboard timing. And folks, we will be on to what should be a very exciting tie-breaking race number 3 between these two really talented runners, GG Roko as well.
Roko's got to be shooting himself in the foot for you know, he must be seeing these times and just being like, oh my gosh, if I had just like literally done like one thing slightly better, you know?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, both runners played that one much more cleanly, which is good to see. I mean, and by the same token, Xiao could be obviously happy to have won, but it could have been a lot less close if he would not have dropped the BLSS on the way to the Razor Shrooms a couple of times.
Yeah, and it could have been a lot less close if Roko didn't fail the second wind bomb in Castle. So
sure, that a little cleaner out of bounds movement there would be the difference.
Because that was pretty much what like equalized them. So
right. Yeah, Roko had a decent little lead heading most of the way through Castle, and then that leveled them right back up, and from there it was the missed laser parry that was the difference. And credit to Xiao for a really well executed Calamity fight as well.
Yeah, both of them doing really well on Blights too. Like I can't think of any mistakes they made in Blights, really.
Right. Yeah, pretty much went according to plan, and really, like you said, really optimal Blights splits, and you know, Xiao had a really good Calamity as well, such that, I mean, even one small mistake like that from Roko, oftentimes you can overcome that, but not when your opponent plays at the level that Xiao is playing. So I'm assuming we'll head straight here into round 3. Let me reload my stream and see if... And yeah, looks like we're getting into our opening cutscene for the final time. Well, we've had about every single thing that you could ask for here. We had a race 1 that was back and forth and featured one improvisation after another from both of our runners, featuring multiple boss rush deaths, which you never want to see, but it always makes for a really exciting race. And then second race, much cleaner. And again, this kind of back and forth, tight up until the end. So hopefully the final race lives up to that billing. Again, the winner of this match will go on and face the winner of the Koroks Player 5 match, which will take place tomorrow at, I believe, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And the loser, whoever does not come out on top here, is not out of the tournament. It's a double elimination tournament, so they will go on and face... we said this earlier. Who was it? I don't know. I've closed out the bracket now. I think it was the winner of Song and Hughes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hey, who's waking up to commentate that, huh?
'What time is that one scheduled for?
9 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh yeah, that's 6 for me out here on the West Coast. I had a hard enough time getting up at 7 o'clock my time for this one.
Oh damn, yeah, I had to get up at 9, and I had like a massive headache, so I didn't even know if I was going to commentate this, but it's feeling slightly better now. So
Oh, that's good. That's
uh,
good.
yeah,
Glad to hear it. Let's see how with a bit of a faster SLR clip, and going to be the first one into the Boko camp to gather Boko Spear and Pot Lid, and again, both runners going for some backup food here.
crazy to see the slight differences that give people leads, like people getting like really consistent like SOR clips at like 44, like giving people ever so slight leads. It's crazy.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Or
you
even
ever
something as... Oh, go ahead.
you ever done like you know at certain points in the run, even like before you split, you can think about like what time you get the shield clip, for example, here. So like a really good runner will get like a 205 or even like a low 2OX shield clip through Temple of Time. Whereas like at bombs entry will be like, you know, 235, 236, like really good, you know?
Right. Yeah, and it seems like Bomb Split especially has a lot of those small things that can make a big difference. Even something as simple as getting a fast shield surf.
Yeah, and the lines you take, they're, you know, they definitely make a difference. And Xiao, unfortunately, having a little fun with the clip here, but
Yeah, something looked wonky with his skew. I don't know what might have happened. I know that he was, when he got skew on the side of Temple of Time, was a little bit off to the side, but I don't know why that would have. I mean, skew is still sort of a mystery to me, even after 2 years of running this game. So maybe that had something to do with it, or it could have been something entirely different that I didn't see. Let's see if Roko is able to repeat his successful gamer win bomb from last time, or if Xiao is able to nail it for the first time in these races. Looks good from Roko.
Yeah, good job, Roko.
And Xiao as well.
Yeah.
Nice job. Interesting to me to see how they take different paths to getting on the peg. Roko kind of going back into the middle where you spawn in after entering the elevator and side hopping over, and Xiao running over to the right up against the peg and kind of stepping up on there.
Yeah, I normally see the step up more often because that's what I've seen in tutorials, but yeah, side hop is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if one saves time over the other, or they're maybe just runner's preference. It's probably more of a preference thing, I would imagine.
Right. All right, Magnesis split. Xiao gonna save 10 minutes with Canal.
Right.
I remember I gifted a sub to Tony Express if he could like just practice Canal for like 30 minutes or something, and he like absolutely despised it. He was like, never again.
Yeah. Frustrating trick for sure. Oh no, Roko. Gosh.
Ooh.
That's going to cause some problems too. Once the Guardian notices you, then if you go back to the same spot and try to start the BLSS again, you end up auto-targeting, and he's going to go to parry. Okay.
Nice
parry.
parry.
All right, Roko.
Okay.
I see that.
Showing
I don't think
some... So showing some real skills there to be able to get the parry timing for that Guardian. Obviously still going to lose time, but impressive demonstration.
Yeah, we'll call it practice for the Kalam laser parry later. Xiao, clipping in through the wall of the shrine, but then accidentally bonking his shield on the ground, and having to exit and re-get skew, which completely cancels out the time save that he would have had over Roko from that bad step up.
Yeah, damn. So now it's like neck and neck again.
Once again.
These players are so close, newborn.
It's crazy. Yeah, Xiao with a little bit, those clipping issues have taken some extra durability off the shield, which again should be able to be managed. But I have seen, I forget who it was in this tournament, where they shield jumped off of the boulder launch up to the cryo BLSS spot and didn't get shield put away quickly enough, and it broke, which caused some real problems because you have to have the shield to be able to BLSS.
Yo, consultant announcer voice. Should I just like keep that voice for the rest of the time? It kind of hurts my voice to do that, but yeah. When Xiao gets the canal, big props to him.
Yeah, got kind of a lucky ragdoll off the side there. Didn't drop all the way down, but a nice soft cushiony landing off of that yeeting through the shrine.
Yeah, and again, like Canal saves 7 seconds, so definitely puts him ahead. I swear, if there was more, if this was like the old route, I feel like I'd have more opportunities to like scream and be like hype, because the BTBs are just like so hype. You know what I mean? Whereas like I can't really be hype about a BLSS. No offense. It's just like, oh yeah, look at him get that straight line with the BLSS under the bridge.
No, you're right. BTBs definitely were way more annoying because they were so much easier to fail. But holy cow, they were a lot more exciting to watch, a lot more visually pleasing.
Yeah, I am assuming there was probably a lot of meltdowns when BTB was the standard in the tournaments of yesterday.
Yeah, there were so many more opportunities to fail. I mean, it was even in like PB attempts outside of a race context, so much easier to have to reset endlessly on plateau. Roko must not like what he's seeing there with his bomb placement off the tree, because he's twice now dropped instead of detonating.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess better to do that than to get a bad wind bomb and not make it over the hill. So,
oh, definitely, yeah.
Good on him to have the knowledge to stop the wind bomb and just try it again.
All right. Let's see if Ragdoll is a little bit nicer to Xiao here. There we go. That's what you want to see.
He did a kind of spin in the air. That was kind of funny.
It's a nice little parkour.
Yeah.
All right, well, those tree wind bomb false starts, allowing Xiao to take a decent little lead here. I mean, as we've seen just in these races, no lead is safe, but definitely advantage to Xiao at this point.
Yeah. So the first hit on the boulder was an 11:35 from Xiao. We'll see what the first hit on the boulder is for Roko. It's funny how come up with these random points in which to time things in these tournament races.
It's got to have something consistent, right? When you don't have splits to look at, that's all you can do.
Yeah. And first hit on the boulder is about a 12:08, so roughly 33 seconds behind for Roko.
Roughly 33.7 seconds.
33. You ever seen Leroy Jenkins, the World of Warcraft
I
YouTube
have
video?
not, no.
Oh, you should check it out. It's really funny. It's like they're talking about like a raid or like a dungeon raid they're about to do, and they're like, we have about a 33.3 repeating that is percent chance of success.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
First
both of
try,
our
let's see.
Yeah, both runners got a very nice clean first try at ESC.
This is something very important. What kind of sandwich should I have my girlfriend get me for dinner?
Wow, you're planning dinner already, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good one. I'd say like an Italian cold cut sandwich with all the good stuff on it.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. I'll go for that. Let's see, do they even have one? It's like a Cleveland deli. My girlfriend is getting like a new dog. Um, so they're going like about 2 hours outside of where we live to get the new dog.
Oh, okay.
And I get to meet it later. So it's like a Yorkie Shih Tzu mix. So very cute.
A little puppy.
Yeah,
Nice.
little puppy. Yeah, born in August.
Puppies always make life a little bit better. Until they poop on the carpet, then all bets are off.
Yeah, hopefully it's trained. I don't know if it's trained or not, but we'll see.
Man, Xiao's got that fast step up off the cliff edge on lockdown. He's gotten it, I think, all 3 times.
Third place. Makes sense.
You're right, yeah. Guy knows what he's doing for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy just how much these little things add up, you know?
Mm-hmm. It looks like he'll finish with, gosh, what is that? High 13, 5x plateau according to leaderboard timing. So even with the little bit of a flub in clipping in the first 2 shrines, still a really, really good time. I think we should, though, give Roko a little bit of a, we should take a couple seconds off his time, though, for that swag laser parry on the Guardian.
Yeah, that definitely gives him some swag points.
Gives him some bonus.
Yeah.
What's up, Lucas? Good to see you. All right, Xiao looking for a much cleaner BLSS this time. No backup wind bombs, hopefully, or backup step-ups off the Coliseum walls. And looking pretty good.
And not grabbing any backup food this time around. Doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think he's still got the 3 peppers.
He's got the peppers, yeah.
Didn't have to use them on his wind bomb. Huh. Another little dropped BLSS here. I wonder if something's going on with his controller, or if it's nerves or rushing or what.
Yeah.
The choo-choo shows up just as he's noping on out of there.
Hmm.
A little bit of an opportunity for Roko to gain some time back. All right, Castle Gate, what are you going to do here?
Yeah, loaded gate or not? That is the question. Ooh,
Yeah.
loaded gate. Ooh. So
Yeah, he got a really long, unfortunate load right there just before dropping, so...
if Roko doesn't get loaded gate, this could even up things a lot.
Mhm. Basically put him just about neck and neck here.
That was a long load.
And Roko's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit hard to tell how they compare because Roko has not gotten the cutscene, whereas Xiao has, but they're very, very close to one another once again. Yeah, it looks like Xiao will be just slightly ahead after this cutscene, but he had a 35-ish second lead earlier, and that's pretty much all gone by this point. This time we see Xiao grabbing an apple to add to his attack meal. Little safety strat there. Roko going all out, a 320 attack timer. Must not have gotten what the RNG and acorn spawns out of those crates there are pretty much random, I think. I don't know what the chance is, but a failed mid-air wind bomb there is going to be awfully difficult for Roko. Yeah, he's going to have to reload, I think. Really unfortunate for Roko. That mid-air can be so tricky. That reload, I think, will put Xiao firmly back on the lead again here.
Yeah. That mid-air wind bomb is definitely a hard one. Definitely can deter a lot of people from doing 3 ancient arrows.
Yeah. But with all the lag, and I mean, mid-airs are tricky in general, if you're not used to doing them a lot. But the lag and the lack of good visual cues, I think, makes it even worse.
Yeah, I mean, he got it, like, perfectly. He got it perfectly, like, this time and other times during the races. So definitely showing he is good at it. It's just, you know,
Oh, yeah.
maybe the nerves getting to him a little bit.
And Xiao's Windblade skip looking clean. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Roko to get back into this one, but props to him for still putting up a good race. Good 3 races.
Well, that's what we were saying in round 1, though, and we saw what happened there.
Yeah. I don't think Xiao's going to mess up the Calamity Parry, though, this time. I think if game 2 is any indicator, I don't think he's going to mess up the parries this time.
Yeah, he's certainly going to hope to be locked in. But we'll have to let it play out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, ADN. Even the loser has a tougher road, but still alive in the tourney. Benefits of being in the winner's bracket all the way along, right? But Xiao just looking for clean execution from here on out, and barring major mistakes, looking like the favorite to come home with a semi-final win and a trip to the winner's bracket finals.
Yeah, I can't wait. If Xiao wins this, I can't wait to watch Xiao versus Player 5 or Korox. I can't wait to watch Player 5 versus Korox, too. That's going to be such a good race.
All right.
Yeah.
I think even the losers bracket races here will be exciting because, like I was saying earlier, there is absolutely no bad runners left.
Are you saying there are bad runners in this tourney?
Definitely not what I meant, but yeah. The cream of the crop is all that remains. Let me phrase it that way.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, ADN, I guess it depends on how you think of it. I guess I would say that I would call this the semis of the winner's bracket, and then you have the winner's bracket champion versus the loser's bracket champion, but I get what you're saying. All right, and it's on to Calamity for Xiao. Roko just entering the beginning of Thunderblight fight, so getting that nice horizontal fire sword swing. It's a nice big parry window. Okay, let's see how this laser parry goes.
Perfect.
Very nice.
Yes, yeah, I told you. Oh, having a little fun starting the spin there, but no matter.
Yeah.
And taking it safe, not throwing the boomerang. Although I think if he threw the boomerang, he probably would have finished him off for phase 1.
Got to get that extra laser parry for a little bit of swag. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, this could be interesting. Clam's going to the wall here. Let's see what kind of attack he gets to parry. Fireball.
Now loses some time, but definitely very easy to parry, so should be fine.
I think in this circumstance, you take the slow, easy attack over the fast, hard attack because he's got the time to waste on a little bit of a slower attack. And barring any stunlock issues, it looks like he will be the first to finish up with Calam.
Yeah, I've seen no one mess up stunlock really, besides, you know, the first race where you know, the attack timer on Roko was a little bit wonky.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. There we go. Xiao heading on to the Dark Beast fight, and knock on wood, but not a whole lot likely to go wrong there for him. Roko quietly having a very nice Calamity. It looks like I was focused mostly on Xiao, but Roko into phase 2 and getting into his stunlock here, so lots of time left on his attack timer and looking good for him as well. But unfortunately, that time difference from the out of bounds movement a little bit too much to overcome, it looks like. Interestingly, it was that out of bounds movement that was kind of the difference in both of the races, both of race 2 and race 3, I guess I should say.
Yeah, it was different points though. It was like for the second game, it was the second wind bomb, and the first game or the third game is the midair.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe he'll lab that one out, put some practice into it, for the upcoming losers round matches. Hey, not saying Roko will lose just yet, you know. Xiao could get hit by one of the legs of Dark Beast and die, but very, very likely that Xiao takes it.
Crazier things have happened, right?
Yeah, right.
He's looking pretty good at this point, though. What a fun set of races, though. My goodness.
Yeah.
All really, really close, and a lot of back and forth, lead changes, all that kind of stuff. You couldn't ask for a more exciting set of races to watch and commentate.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect Roko to take the first match. But, you know, like, that was putting Xiao in an interesting position in the second match, because even though his PB is ahead and his seat is higher, like, he was, you know, if he made a couple more mistakes, he could have lost match 2 and given it to Roko. So,
Yeah,
but Xiao,
for sure.
Xiao clutching it out.
And GG's to Xiao.
GG.
So yeah, Xiao will now await the results of tomorrow's matchup between Player 5 and Korox, and that will determine who he faces in the what I'm calling the winners bracket finals. Be a tough match either way, and GG's Roko.
Yeah, GG.
Well done, both of our runners. What a fun set of races to get to spectate on.
Yeah, we are definitely getting very good matches.
Definitely so. Yeah, if either of our runners wants to hop in for a quick interview, would love to talk to you. I know that Xiao doesn't usually hop in, but if either of you are interested, you know where to find us. So, Roko will go on, like we were saying earlier, to face off against Woolhike Song and Cuse, pending the results of their matchup. Welcome in, Roko. GG's, buddy. Good set of races for you.
Wait, let me figure this out. Wait, never mind. It works.
How are you feeling about things, Roko?
I thought, yeah, it was the game had its issues, but it was fine, I think.
Yeah, all three of those races were so close.
Yeah. The first race, I don't know, we had a lot of issues. I don't really remember, but I think I saw Xiao die like 2 times in Cloudy, the laser parry at the exact same time. And I thought it was pretty funny because when he died for the first time, I died as well at the same time to Thunderblight. Because I don't know, I didn't know or he could hit him with his electric balls. I don't know.
Oh, was it the balls? We were watching Xiao, who had just died. We didn't see exactly what happened to you.
Yeah. So
gosh, that's
I
crazy.
think my weapon broke, so I had to Or I mean, I didn't have enough arrows, so I had to, and I didn't continue to phase 2 already, so I had to throw the boomerang sometimes, I think. So, and he managed to hit me. His electric stuff, which I didn't know he could. But you know, stats. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Always
Right.
learning new things for the first time, right?
Yeah, true.
Well, that was
Also-
after the crazy plateau where
Oh yeah.
where you had to do the backup to get to Temple of Time, dropping down to go to the lower tree and BLSSing through the archway. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, I know. And once I was in that situation and I like desperately needed a backup. So I searched and I found that nice little tree. Because if you BSS just from the normal spot and you somehow manage to land at the peak of the temple, you know, the thing that's pointing outwards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you manage to land on that, even then you would die.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
the fall is pretty long. And yeah,
Right. So you had used that backup spot before.
but
Okay,
not in a
we were-
not in a race, just in a
Yeah, we didn't know if you were just making it up on the spot or if you it
no.
looked like something that you had done before.
yeah. I did do it before. Yeah.
Yeah, and we saw you do the club backup.
Oh yeah, again.
Again. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. I was spamming A for the peppers. I was spamming A for the peppers, but they didn't register. Then I spammed A for the pot lid, and that didn't register as well. So I had to run back a bit, and then the spear. Somehow the last Boko didn't grab the last spear, and I spammed A again, but I don't know. It still didn't register, and it's actually the controller's fault. It's actually the controller's fault this time. And then and then they hit me, and I barely did not fall off the cliff. So that was lucky.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Wow. That crazy plateau. Oh yeah, and 2 times at the BLSS to Magnesis as well, where the BLSS shot me off the plateau, nearly.
Yeah.
Right.
Like every time I get that weird launch, I void. But props to you to having the experience to be able to maneuver yourself like outside of the void hitbox.
Right.
Yeah. I
Well, then
I
that
think
laser
he's-
parry, the laser parry on the Guardian was a pretty sick backup too.
Yeah, I know from experience that he is like the one of the biggest pains if he is active. He's trying to shoot you while you're trying to do that BSS because you can't CL target because you CL
Right.
target on him all the time. Like
Mhm.
yeah, I just had to get rid of him. Sorry. And then
No
yeah.
apologies necessary. It was great.
No. Yeah, no. So I think that was the last race. I know why, but I fumbled on the wind bomb to stasis. I had to drop down 2 times because I spawned the round bomb too late both times. I know. Just
Yeah, it was interesting to see that you opt to turn to the side so that you can actually see the bomb placement. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's I've experimented with just jumping out of the scope immediately, so not looking at all, and I know I think for me it doesn't really work consistently because maybe because also my hands are not very consistent as every human RNG.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Human
I think
RNG. I like that.
yeah, it's safe to turn your camera to the side so you can also see when your bomb is. Yeah, in that case, if your bomb is like spawned too late, then you can still, and you know for sure that it won't work. You can still jump down.
It's a really smart strategy for sure. It saved you there, definitely.
Yeah.
I thought on the third attempt, I thought the round bomb was too late again as well. But I didn't care. I just went for it and it worked. Thankfully, barely.
Barely, right? You just barely snuck up over the top there. Man, that in that first race, I don't mean to go back to the first race again, but the clutch finish after your attack food timer had run out, with the body slam parry from Calamity, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, so much stuff happened. I turned Xiaomi's side too.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun to watch for sure.
And also I didn't have any food, so on that first race, yeah, when he went to the wall again, and I didn't have any attack of food. I know I parried too late, and his AoE explosion hit me for 1 heart, and it didn't have any food, so that was kind of scary.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it worked out.
Yeah. We were clenching the whole time for you.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also,
so how are you?
Yeah, on that last race, also the wind bomb out of bounds. I know it was also the controller's fault this time because it didn't recognize me. I know one of the inputs during the wind bomb setup. Actually, the controller as well. But yeah, so
sounds like you need to get a new controller, maybe.
Yeah, I know. That's so all good. Maybe it's just a skill issue, probably. We don't acknowledge
You can
that.
blame it on the controller if you want.
Yeah, or also the game. Oh no, never mind. It was because of a lag stop. Oh no, that was the last race as well. For the mid-air, it lag stopped me.
Oh yeah, you like hit the ceiling,
was-
invisible ceiling. Yeah.
Was that in the same run? The low angle and the mid-air dead angle? I know.
No,
Yeah.
those were different. I think the low angle was run number 2, and then the dead angle happened in number 3.
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly, which I could be wrong.
No, I think you're correct. Because if that, I still remember I thinking if that didn't happen, I'd have won, but it's fine.
Yeah,
So,
and you still get another race. Get to go up against either Song or Cuse. So that'll be an exciting and another challenging race for sure.
Yep, true. Interesting. Maybe we get a rematch again with Song. Who knows?
Did you play him earlier in this tournament, or are you talking about a rematch from having faced him in a previous tournament?
Yeah, I did face him in this tournament as well.
Oh, okay.
But that was also a rematch from 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have both been around for a while, so it's not surprising that you've had a history of meeting up in these sorts of tournament situations.
Yep. It's great fun.
Yeah. Well, GG, sorry it didn't go your way, but thank you for giving us a great set of races to enjoy. It was a lot of fun watching you.
No problem. Glad you enjoyed. I enjoyed as well.
Good.
GG's to Xiao as well.
Indeed, yeah. GG's to him, and good luck.
He'll be facing P5 or Koroks, right?
Yes, and that will be he'll have his hands full there, definitely. So yeah, thanks to Roko, thanks to Xiao, and thanks to Trez for the restream.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for commentating and Trez for restreaming.
Yep, thanks for the good race, Roko.
No problem.
And yeah, I think that'll about do it for us. Tuatagi next match I think is tomorrow. Is it tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern? Yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a restream for that, but if we do, then yes, that'll be the next match that is streamed. So otherwise, the next match, 6 p.m. Eastern,
which we know will be restreamed, and I think consultant, you're commentating that one with Litbooks. Nice. We'll look forward to that. It'll be a good one.
Yep.
My bad, sorry. I had some internet issues. So, here I am again.
No worries.
So, let me stop the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. How long have we been off, basically?
Like, I think 1 minute.
Okay,
Not
cool.
that long.
Sorry, I was fighting my headset. Like,
Okay.
basically. But yeah, alright. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much to Consultant, to Newborn, and Toroko. And also, holy shit, to XiaoXiaMi. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye. See you soon.